Hey everybody. So I got this collection off Facebook Marketplace. As you can see, the thumbnail to this video, there's a 5,000 count box, which I can't fit in the picture here, and two binders and a little plastic bin of cards. And then there was some other loose cards in the plastic little containers, and then some unopened stuff. This 90 top fat pack, which is interesting. I didn't even know they made these back then. So this should be a good. This will be on another video along with this 89 rack pack. There's a Conseco on the front. So that'll be a good one to look. And then an 88 rack pack, which I'll also do. I'll do all three of these on a video. And then there was these loose autographs. There's this Angels ticket there. There's this rookie, I don't know how that got in there, but it's numbered. Anyway, and then this is the one I'm not sure of, if it's legit, the George Brett. I believe, I'm gonna have to check again, but I went on eBay to see if, other signatures of his, to see if it matches. But if I remember right, and again, I'm gonna have to look again, but if I remember right, it doesn't. This could be not legit. Some of these though, maybe. So this Brett Saberhagen, Kevin Seitzer, that might be. I'm gonna have to check it. And then this Mark Parent, which I believe that one's legit. So the others, I'll have to kind of look into, but it'd be great if this George Brett is legit. So that was in there. And again, it's probably around 8,000 cards total that I paid 80 for. So that's like a penny a card. Granted, I haven't gone through the entire 5,000 count box. I did go through a few that's in here. I went through the binders except for the big one. I went a little bit. It's just a lot to go through. And it's gonna take time. And yes, there's a lot of commons, but I do pull specific teams, like the local teams around here, because people will buy a bunch of cards, even if they're commons, from their favorite team. So I just hang on to those. And then there was another small binder. Not much was in that one. It was mostly common. There was some non-sport. A bunch of there's these Pokemons. There's a Bo Jackson. Forgot that was in there. And then some of these other stuff that I don't know anything about. This Venom thing, Fortnite, and a bunch of loose Pokemon. That was in there. Anyway, so I'm gonna go through some of these individual ones I pulled out. And again, there's still more to go through. It's just too much right now. It'll take me forever. But and again, it's exactly what I expected. There wasn't anything spectacular in there, but there's still some stars. Here's the Bo Jackson. There was a few rookies, Hall of Famers, stuff like that. So like this Pete Rose, but it's kind of beat up on the corner, and then somebody marked it. So Deion Sanders rookie. There's Harold Baines draft pick. Craig Biggio rookie. Tim Raines. Deion Sanders, another rookie. And then these are probably the best ones out of the entire group, just to show you that, yeah, this thing wasn't great, but for $80, there was 3 Chipper Jones rookies. So that's nice. There's a Rod Carew. There's a 2 Billy Wagner draft picks. Steve Garvey. And I only pulled ones that had the best shape. They're mint. Some of the corners and some aren't great. So anything that wasn't too good, I put put back. So I think overall, not bad for 80. Some gold cards. Joe Morgan, Leaf. Roberto Alomar, rookie. Roger Clemens, Barry Bonds. Jeff Bagwell. Jack Morris, Sammy Sosa. I mean, there's all these Hall of Famers. So, you know, not bad. Joe Mauer. There was one. There's Alex Rodriguez. See if I come across it here. Excuse me. This Rafael Furcal is numbered. Fred McGriff. Miguel Sano, rookie. Luis Severino, rookie. Corey Seager, rookie. Yes, it's opening day, but it still is rookie. Ketel Marte, rookie. Garrett Cole there. Juan Gonzalez. Giancarlo Stanton. Larry Walker, who's a Hall of Fame. Vita Blue. Adrian Beltre, Hall of Fame. Ryan Sandberg. Here's one that's a good one too. In fact, I'm going to pull out the chippers and this one. This is Giancarlo Stanton, who was Mike Stanton back then. And this one's in pretty good shape. It's his rookie card. So that's a nice one. It's a 2010 update, I think. So there's another good one there. Joey Votto, another Giancarlo, Max Kepler, rookie. So it's, you know, not too shabby with some of this. Also in it was a whole bunch of books, of baseball books, hardback. So probably about, I don't know, 10 to 15 of them. Wade Boggs. So, you know, there's like 12 of them. Even if I just sell them a couple bucks each. There's a Adonis Garcia rookie. You know, I get a third of my money back. Cal Ripken there. Another Luis Severino. Justin Verlander. Josh Bell rookie. So you get the idea of what was in there. Not bad. Garrett Cole. Another Garvey. Jack Morris. Jim Abbott. Albert Pujols. Juan Gonzalez. Here's this Heart of the City Topps Chrome Tim Anderson. I'll have to look that one up. I'm going to set it aside. Gary Carter. These are interesting ones that I just kept because they're numbered. You know, nobody really... There's Edwin Carcion, rookie. Carlos Gomez. Gary Carter. Mattingly. So, yeah. So that's what was in there. So again, the unopened packs I'll do and on another video. So anyway, not bad. Give me a sub if you haven't already. Click the like button, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.